word other than that, and then he said that anyway.
But it's how it works, right? If you're trying to think like nothing but this, nothing but this, nothing but this, it's the first thing that comes.
It's also his like gay conservative instinct. Is like he's gay and he's conservative. He's just like, I have to say that word.
Welcome to Thanksmas, everybody! Thanksmas. Let's go. We were talking about such normal things until 30 seconds before we started.
You brought it up.
Mad King.
Just doing our standard little make sure you know that mics are going to be hot soon spiel. Top of the turn order to you lads. It's Thanksmas. Jacksepticeye. Tune in sometime.
That'd be cool.
Hey,
That's the name of the stream for this one, because I say that all the time. I say that constantly playing. Top of the turn order to you. So I've liked Jacksepticeye for a good while. I fell out with him for a little bit. Fell out with watching just like video game YouTubers in general, I guess.
I like
and you brought that back up and it's like, oh yeah.
And now we're back on good vibes.
Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I watched those the minute they came out.
You have it?
And then, like,
Do they own the game? It's so dope.
we got busy, everybody's doing things. He's, out there being a millionaire, billionaire, whatever the fuck he is at this point. And
for real.
I work concrete.
Hold on, everybody. Quiet for a moment.
Sorry.
Tapa speak.
Mic check.
Tapa's mic should be on the exact same settings as everybody else.
This is a test. A what? A test. A what? A test. Oh, a test. Sorry, that's a really obscure theater reference.
That's not that obscure. That's a pretty normal one.
No, but
Let me know if that sounds normal or if there was some other funky BS going on just when we were all chatting at once.
Shit sounds high.
Shit sounds high. Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
I can fix this. Hold on just a second.
Bob the Builder, we can fix it.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
Turn on the Alanis. I love it.
Ban. Copyright ban.
Shut up.
Ah.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. Good. Sweet. Lauren Lipson. Interrobang. Hey, that was a good. Yeah. Kim knows it's good. Octothorpe. This year we avenged the dinosaurs.
Nah.
Anyone know what I'm talking about? NASA, Big W. We sent a projectile at an asteroid and knocked it more than 2% out of its core.
We did it, lads.
Now we can talk again.
Now we can all talk again. We can speak freely. However, you can't.
You said NASA, and my brain translated it as NASCAR, and it also kind of fit because avenging the dinosaur. No, I'm like, oh, we're killing NASA because we're getting revenge for.
Deep throating the mic.
Ian.
Is it me speaking now?
You were running around.
We're on a 15.
I was running around. I had turned it off for just a second. You speak now.
Hello. We need to refilm Jurassic Park, but swap out What's His Nuts with Christopher Walken. You know the What's His Nuts I'm speaking of.
Chris Pratt.
No.
No, the original Jurassic
The original
Park.
Jurassic Park.
Park.
I can't ever remember his real name, Professor Ian Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I haven't seen those movies
Thank you.
so long, and I need to rewatch all of those movies.
If it's me, I'm going to be kind of sad. It's my mic. I'm going to be sad.
No, it's okay. There's nothing to be sad about.
Y'all listen to let us know if someone sounds fucky. We did individual mics. You should be able to figure it out by now. Fuck me, please.
Maybe just smooth this down a bit.
I know, I'm kind of like, no.
Move it when it's hot.
We're trying not
Turn
to.
it off, then
Look,
move it.
hair equals fuzzies,
That could very well have been what it was.
which means we have to fix it now. Or you are going to suffer the entire thing and then you're going to have to edit it. So.
Wyatt, deep throating mics is another stream.
Wyatt's here?
Yeah.
Hey!
We'll see you later.
Alex, you are quiet. You just got to speak up because I've got you fully boosted on the stats. Sorry.
Be loud.
LOL.
Be proud.
All right. We're gonna deal with what we got because my sound abilities are still pretty shit. Sorry guys, but we need to start at some point. We're in the Mad King universe. We're starting a couple years before the party hits. You guys are all playing sport talent kids. You're going to be hitting the ring, hitting the tournament ring, doing some competitions, trying to impress military people and civilians. Perhaps trying to escape and getting killed? Who knows?
Woo!
Never.
for it.
Let's do some introductions. Name, character name, sport talent, general information. Alex.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Alex. My character is Chance McCadden. His sport talent is luck. He's a fucking kid who had a harsh childhood, down on his luck, real impoverished, probably beaten a lot. You know, hand-me-down stitched up clothing that he found himself and learned how to stitch himself, so it's not done very well. Has a magical knack, doesn't really want to be here, but is kind of just like, it's better than being hunted down like a dog in the woods for my talent. Yeah, here to make friends, hopefully survive, and just, I'm really happy to have a tent over my head and 3 hot meals a day.
Hey guys, I'm Tafa. You might know me from the My Hero stream. I'm playing Hannibal. Hannibal's just a kind of down on his luck 16-year-old kid from Bronzeshire whose dad has been pressed into service as a blacksmith for the Mad King's forces. And, you know, he wants to be a blacksmith like his dad. He really loves his dad, but he works his ass off to take care of himself and his son. And, you know, he doesn't have a lot of time to be a father. And so Hannibal kind of has a lot going with that, and a lot of anger. So he just runs around all day bumming about, being a juvenile delinquent with his friends, hiding his magical power from the world so that nothing terrible happens to him, even though he could be the best blacksmith in the world. With his own 2 hands, Hannibal has the power of metallurgy. He can manipulate any metal that he touches. But, alas, he's just a rough and tumble delinquent.
I'm Kayla. I played Zelly in the Mad King stream. This time I'm playing Zeno Dabrowski. She's a bad bitch. She's 13.
As all bad bitches
Her parents are merchants. She's had a pretty good life. Unlike, you know, not every backstory has to be tragic. Sometimes you can just have good, happy families and normal shit. Like, dad wanted a son, got a daughter. Fuck it, Kate picking up a sword anyways. And she's gonna be the best fucking whatever she can be in the army. She is so stoked to be here. She loves her country. She loves her king. She is so happy, and she's gonna do her part.
And what's your talent?
She emits hallucinogenic mushroom spores.
Nice.
And last?
I'm Kim. I will be playing Luce Smith. Basically, she grew up in a pretty normal family of 3 older siblings, her 3 younger siblings, one's on the way, hardcore middle child syndrome, gets forgotten a lot. So is just happy to kind of have her own little spotlight. Older brother went off to join the military. Thinks that's the way to go because what else do you do? Essentially like a low-key earthbender, just throws rocks, creates walls, stuff like that, manipulates earth and stone, and yeah. Not as enthusiastic of a background, just the middle child used to babysitting a lot.
Unfortunately blessed with magic.
Do they know the other resident earthbender in this setting?
though. Yeah.
They have met Shovel
Are
Knight.
you Shovel Knight's secret daughter?
You are a human, not a dwarf.
No.
And
I'm like, I don't even know who I am.
of course, your talent is earthbending.
Yes.
Yes. You're going to be moving that all around. Hey!
Huh?
GPS Carol. Thanks for following. That was a couple days ago. I missed that one though.
Catching up.
Catching up. I thought I heard
Lot of
the
announcements.
sound cue. You guys, speaking of our sound cues, can donate through Thanksmas, through the Thanksmas link. We will be watching that. You can see the rewards at... Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What have you done?
Should have been exclamation mark, thanks. Let me...
Ooh, typo?
Maybe...
This is the guy we put in charge of all of our links.
We got rerolls, we got hero points, we got 20 for 20s, we got 20 for 1s, and there is a donation where you can give a character a level up on their sport talent temporarily, but it gives them a bonus to then permanently level it up as we kind of play through the day. Let me.
So you could like
hold on a
actually
sec.
make me special and not
that's
just the
fun.
middle child.
I am very special.
Cloudbot, where's your commands?
Mommy
Why
said I'm
not
special,
working?
but
Does it have to be a
Yeah.
capital T?
Negative. Not according to the chat.
No? Okay. What's going on here?
Did you
Oh.
accidentally do all of Thanksmas?
It has been disabled. No, I have not. Because currently I am DMing and should be now, yes, exclamation point, thanks, gets you access to my DMing section's rewards. Tonight we switch over to Tafa for some My Hero Academia content where we will be playing pro heroes in an emergency. And that will be exclamation point mass.
Yes.
Yeah. It might be 2 S's, I don't know.
God damn it,
Yeah.
there's only one S in Thankmas.
All the tags have a lot of the tags have like 2 S's and shit, so I don't know. But
A lot of the text
This
is
is what we get for putting you in charge of civilian
yeah,
things.
dyslexic as hell. Nobody else will do it, so I do. We have an ever so slight choice. You guys, as the party, and as children in general, you get to choose to skip tournaments. You have 11 tournaments in totality to either secure an internship or to secure patronage. Patronage can then supply extra years up to your 18th birthday in tournaments. The 11 tournament thing is to keep people like some unfortunate kids that you may meet who simply have the ability to polymorph into a guinea pig or glow. Sky high, you suck.
What's your power?
I almost played a kid.
It weeds out them and kind of gets
I
them
really thought about
through and out of their chance of the
attack.
tournament ring nice and fast. For guys with talents like yours, securing a patronage isn't unexpected. However, certain tournaments are better and more likely to secure patronage. Other tournaments are more likely to secure internships. Other tournaments are just kind of nice to go to. You guys have the option of starting at the very beginning of the season at Bronshire, March 11th. It goes through Zeus's Day. Real fun little time. However, it's small. It has very little participation. You, as fresh initiates coming in, maybe gleaning from some of the other kids in the camp, gleaning from some of the adults, and kind of how the program's gone, and you, being your family being big fans your whole life, understand that there hasn't been like an internship gained from someone going through Bronshire in years. Like it's not the scene. You guys are more than welcome to skip that. Maybe take a little bit of training time, and just a couple of days later, at the very southernmost end of Leadshire, we could start off in Arcala. It is a small town, but the people are usually very excitable, and most kids agree that it's a good way to start the season. It's kind of low pressure, you get to kind of feel out how things go, and the people are nice and they don't throw things at you and they don't ignore you.
It's like you being from Bronze. I feel like this is kind of your decision. Do you want to do this one or no?
This is as a player, not a character. With my newfound experience as a college athlete, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with stomping a couple orphans before you move on to the real competition.
Exactly. That's
Yeah?
like, I could go either
Sometimes
way.
you gotta just scrim with the shitters before you get to the real
You need that
fight.
confidence boost.
We gotta fight people. We're killing orphans. I'm kind of an orphan.
Hannibal just
You're an orphan? Do you want to trade?
He died. It's fine.
Okay, that's
Got enough
that's
siblings,
good.
you could have one or two. You wouldn't be alone.
Cigarettes probably don't exist as a thing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But they do?
It's,
Okay.
it's much more common for like a cob pipe to be used with tobacco. But yeah, if
Paper's just
you're
expensive.
paper is very expensive. Dried leaves.
Could you make a cob pipe out of metal?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a metal cup.
It wouldn't be a cob pipe. It would be a metal pipe.
I have a metal pipe. I have a shitty homemade metal pipe.
It's just got like fingerprints and indents
I,
all
like,
over from
smoothed
you
it with
just
my own
smushing
fingers.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you are you immune to heat at all? Because that fish is gonna get hot.
Yeah.
It's just super long, and you just hold it at the top and light it way down here.
It's like a full-on Gandalf like pipe.
No, it's the hot pipe. So he and his friends, right? They light it up, and then they have to hit it really fast, and they have to pass it. It's like hot potato.
I like this game.
It's not even weird.
I know. No, that just makes them feel mature. You know,
It's a dangerous road.
Maturity.
it's literally an
That's why, yeah.
So we want to
12 years going
start
strong.
straight out at Ronshot.
let's stomp some orphans.
All right.
He has 6
Yep.
hours to kill.
You guys all individually are picked up from your hometowns. You just report, basically,
just
right out
walk
the
here.
gate. In between seasons, during off season, you can get visitation with your parents, but it's always supervised by the government. Because you are conscripted, and you are technically on duty until you reach a full contract. The caravan that you guys come down in is many wagons long. There is a specific wagon for the cooks. There's multiple wagons for the kids to ride in, and you are expected to walk part of the journey as well, because they do not have enough seating, generally speaking. Coming down to Bronshire, there's plenty of seating, as most kids completely skip this one. You guys find yourselves constantly surrounded by guards. Guards always around, always in sight. And let me get to my people section here, as I will introduce you to a couple of your
Compatriots?
not necessarily compatriots yet. Some of the people supervising you.
Gotcha, okay.
Adults.
You do have the option to take lessons. There is general education available, and if you prove yourself particularly bright in a certain subject, there are specialized tutors available if you have patronage or if your parents have some money to send your way.
They can teach me to read?
They absolutely can.
Teach me how to Dougie.
All of that is overseen.
Band.
All of that is overseen by Father Pat. He is of the Temple of Osiris, which handles and oversees the general education tracks of all temples through the area. However, specific teachers can be provided to you. For your specific sport talent training in combat, Brother Bryce is who you will be referring to.
That's right, I'm familiar with the church.
That's right, yeah.
Almost for the war.
He is ordained by Athena. The Temple of Athena has given him full credentials, and he is signed up full-time to come along with the caravan to teach sport talent kids, specifically in specified arcane use of their talents. So whereas most people, and you guys would understand, in the Mad King's land, anybody with magical talent is immediately conscripted for military service. There are very few academies that teach mages. Those few academies have standardized courses, and so there's only 4 to 6 different kinds of mages that are actually taught in the Mad King's land. But for that, you guys have to have a full amount of magical power. For you guys that need abject, specific training, you get the sport talent ring. And you do get access to this guy, but it's not going to be a full academy's worth of training at any time. So you can take advantage of lessons with that. You are more than welcome to spend free time socializing. You are more than welcome to hit the gym and do training with the head guard, Tim.
Is it the great Tim?
He is an abjuration mage and focuses on warding, so you do not have to worry about hurting him. You can go all out at all times, as he is basically permanently shielded from all kinds of effects. And he will be handling sword play, armor mobility training, general combat, footwork and mobility, any of those kind of things that you wish to train. You guys also have your responsibilities while going through the tournament ring of participating in these tournaments. You can skip a tournament and still be there, and kind of walk around, talk to other kids, peruse and take advantage of classes, or you can take a leave with your parents if your parents come back for you. Sorry.
Fuck.
Other small field trips may become available if you are of good behavior and ask politely and are super interested, and there is a very obvious reason for you to participate in something else.
Magic school bars?
Other than that, you have to sign up for either a sport talent show-off event, a 1v1 personal combat event, a jousting event, which for most sport talents is abjectly useless, but everybody loves a good cavalry charge, so the joust is just super popular. A bare knuckle brawling event, or an archery contest. You do not have to specifically use bows and arrows for archery. If your sport talent has ranged capabilities, you can go and kind of show yourself off there.
I got axe throwing.
The general purpose, schmooze with the high rollers, get patronage to extend your time pretty immediately is what most kids recommend you do. And then worry about whether or not you're going to get an internship. Because once you get a patron, it extends from 11 to the entire season, which is upwards of like 20-something tournaments. And you can participate in all of them without worrying about going to camp at the end of the season. A second patronage then guarantees another year, so long as you have that long until 18. And that can go on until you reach your 18th birthday, at which point then you are an adult. You no longer have to be babysat for it, and you go to the specific sport talent camp training facility to
Be trained.
be trained. You guys do know, though, it is not a secret that that is a high mortality rate. It is intensive training, and most people's magical talents simply is not enough to keep up. They are only interested, because of the nature of sport talents, to produce basically like superheroes. Sir Blitz being the most recent, this year's graduate from the camp. There are lots of secret heroes that are released, but they are kept undercover as they are sent to the front lines. They are not publicized. But every now and then you get to learn one's name, because maybe his talent's super flashy, maybe the military needs him for National Guard service, and so he winds up in town a whole lot. Generally speaking, though, if they hit the Legion wall or the front line, they're not announced. It's a secret. Military secrets.
Yeah, but bitch is allergic to bees, so
Yeah. And as of right now, nobody knows that he is deathly allergic to bees.
Who is?
Sir Blitz.
Oh, wow.
He's they have ran into him in the main campaign where Itzeli summons bees constantly as a benefactor of a Musenkob. And he got stung once and went to anaphylactic shock and almost died.
I won.
Sensing a thing with your characters.
Coming into Bronshire, what kind of events are you guys interested in? The adults have similar events that they will be running that they can participate in. Bronshire is pretty light with it. So light, in fact, that this year there is no joust. And there is no bare knuckle brawl besides what is generally put on by the peasantry. And so it's a non-military. You guys will still have the opportunity for a bare knuckle brawl. However, there are few other kids around. Let me pull up who would be in need.
I want to find the most impressive kid in our age, in our group.
Yeah, there is a girl just
Nice
a year
to meet you.
older than you. She is farm built, very stocky, corn fed.
Iowa type.
Huh? Yeah.
Iowa type.
Iowa type. Yeah, that's it. Her name is Courtney. You have not seen.
Courtney.
You have not seen her talent yet, as you guys are just kind of arriving and getting together. You do have a good day, as there's a general festivity going on. People are doing shopping in town. People are just kind of warming up, as spring isn't even realistically here yet, but it's coming. So you guys have some time for socializing or to hit the gym, hit an extra class. But you have not necessarily made too many friends yet. She is around. There is. Can't be that one. A Lavina around. She is young, currently, not quite young. She's 17, I guess. That's not too bad.
She's the oldest of like the potential
Yeah.
people there.
Making his debut, you guys all know you get like a little stamp on the back of your hand, basically, that delineates that it's like, hey, it's my first tournament. Be kind. A young boy in Aaron is making his first appearance right now. There is another first appearance, Isaiah. He is wearing heavy-mitted gloves with clasps on them to like permanently affix them to his forearms. And
no.
he sits in the wagon and he just stares at his hands.
Oh god. I think he got a bone hand. He had a bone hand.
Nah, he got fire hand.
Oh, I hate that.
God, I hope he doesn't have
That's
a bone
coming
hand.
in.
Can you imagine like the texture irritation of pulling like a mitt off of bone? Ugh.
Well, I mean,
It's
Like
like
nails
sound.
on
you
a
wouldn't have
chalkboard,
any
like
Poor got a bone hand.
nerves.
yeah, but the idea of it just hurts
No,
my
he's got
soul.
a skeleton.
There's
hand.
a Ty Ritter,
Hi, Ty.
14 years old. He seems dressed rather well. He's kind of like, you know, the squires, the balconing squires.
Yeah.
How they always have like, you know, the little petticoat on,
fucking
looking
valet.
right. Yeah, he looks like a valet.
Yeah.
He's dressed up real dapper from his parents.
I want him to be my friend.
Hannibal's
I do
waiting
not
for
want
the
to be
first
near him.
chance for that guy to if he mouths off anyone or if he like shows that he's a dick at all.
Yeah.
Hannibal's just gonna pound him in the fucking dirt.
Nice. All right.
It's just how it's gonna be.
Some aggression in the cart as you guys go.
I
Yeah.
got that. B.
And last but not least, also making his debut, a young man named Yuri.
Yeti.
He has wide eyes and a huge, stupid smile on his face,
I like Yuri.
and he looks so incredibly excited to be here.
I like Yuri. I want to go say hi to Yuri.
So Hannibal's not outwardly like he doesn't start fights, but
Yeah.
there's this obvious just
But there's
percolating
that-
violence under his skin.
There's that constant like muscle tension in the shoulders.
Yeah, like
kinda look.
if anyone fucks around with him, he just like violence is like his first resort.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, if any of these NPCs look at him funny, just let me know.
You know, as you're sitting there and you're really, you know, mean mugging everybody, Courtney certainly sizes you up, but everybody else seems to, for the most part, leave you be.
Courtney has my respect. She's clearly a laborer.
Chance is the exact opposite. He's like 4'10", 100 pounds, maybe 110, sopping wet, super pale skin, sunken eyes, and just kind of like shrinks into himself in the wagon or along the walks.
The dapper dressed Ty sits next to you, and he's got this kind of smile on his face, and he sits down and he's like, "Are you nervous?"
Yeah. It's my first time. I got the little.
Yeah. And he passes you a leaf, like a couple little leaves, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Chew on those, and you won't sweat."
I've never been given a gift.
Trust me, man. You don't want to look too terribly weak around everybody.
Right, and he like
Hey.
tries to like stiffen up a little. Like,
It's all cool, man. You got it.
thanks. I didn't get your name.
Ty Ritter.
Chance.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Are we friends?
Yeah, man. We cool.
Cool.
How much money would my parents have sent me with?
You've got realistically a good couple silver, just kind of like, you know, good lunch money for the season kind of thing, but not enough to, you know, go buy fancy new clothes all the time or produce yourself some new armor and stuff. Your parents absolutely support you, but they want to see how you do first.
For sure.
They're going to catch up to you when you get to the tournament in Crossroads.
I would like to go to a bakery.
Yeah. You guys hit town. There are, generally speaking, guards that will be relatively assigned to you. There's local guard around. You guys are more or less free to enter the actual Mott of Broadshire. You find your way to a Joanne's Bakery.
Good
Your
old
guard
Joanne.
following you, he is a local guy. You haven't met him before. He carries a long spear. He has a wonderful smile with perfect teeth and piercing green eyes. Introduces himself very friendly as Roy.
You are gorgeous.
Fucking Roy.
You're a strange child. Hey, you excited for your shot at the big times?
I mean, excited isn't the real word. Confident. Confident is the word.
Confident, yeah. What's your talent? What do you
You'll
do?
have to wait and see.
Oh, Miss Secretive. Well, all right. I'll be participating in the adults 1v1 and stuff. You know, we'll keep our eyes out.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. He takes
She's
you
just
to the bakery.
blushing. She just.
I just
Yeah.
watched.
You're trying to act confident, but you're just like starstruck because the guard's talking to you.
A real life.
The eyes,
It's
man.
the eyes.
The eyes.
You say piercing green eyes. Whew. It's over, man.
So I walk into the bakery. So we are the Sport Town. I'm one of the Sport Town kids,
We.
and we are in need of cake.
All right. We can most certainly have a cake made. What kind of cake?
Whatever you have available will be fine.
Well, our specialty right around this season, the preserves are just right for cherry cakes.
That'll work. Cherry's okay.
Do you wish for these to be personal, or do you want a large one for like a party mat?
Personal. Whatever is easier for you. Here is 1 silver piece.
All right.
Oh.
I will get working on those.
Okay. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. I have no idea how much cake costs, and I should.
You most certainly have bought a couple, right? Don't get me wrong. But like, it's not crazy. That's expected.
Okay.
She does kind of like, eyebrows raised when you hand her the silver piece, and she just kind of happily tucks it away. And she looks up at Roy and she's like, so professional. And he's like, I know, she's going to go far.
You're like the little
Yeah.
Oh.
They'll be ready in an hour or two. You
I'll
gotta give her a
wait.
little time. Okay. There are some seats available just over there. And she goes about her business, baking your cake. Kim, anything? Lose?
I want to go say hi to Yuri because he looks exciting and
Yeah, he is sitting there. His legs are bouncing. His arms are kind of
yeah, no,
jostling.
It's totally my vibe.
He looks like he's had 1,000 milligrams of caffeine this morning.
Yeah,
I was
I want
really
to
expecting that
happily just kind of like
And I'm
walk
so
over and go,
That's the
hi,
only thing I add
I'm new.
points of
Hi. Oh my God. Me too.
I just get
Hi.
focused on my diplomacy.
Oh, this is gonna be so great. Are you excited? I've never traveled outside of town before.
I haven't really either, but yeah, I'm excited. Where are you from?
Let me make sure here. I don't have it written. Yeah. My family, we work on the docks down at Ironshire, so we live in the city proper.
Oh, nice.
right in it. It's we got this really cool apartment, and our upstairs neighbors are super loud, but it's okay because once my sport talent developed, I was able to be super loud. So we got them.
Yeah.
But then they found me, so here I am.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's super great.
I grew up on a farm, so I don't know about noisy neighbors. I just have a rooster and a goat that eats my clothes all the time and stuff like that.
Can I
Yeah.
pet your goat?
I don't have my goat here now, but totally if you come over and visit, you can pet my goat.
I'll come over. We'll pet goats.
Okay. I like this plan. I like this guy. I like this.
Just a little Xeno thought, oh, goats are disgusting.
Goats are goated, and we all come together in a wagon, right?
Yes.
As soon as everyone gets off the wagon and starts dispersing to do all these things we're describing, I look around to see if anyone's kind of just hanging around, and obviously has nothing to do.
It's me. I'm hanging around.
That one's hanging around with nothing obvious to do.
It's weirdly.
You see, Aaron seems to be kind of awkwardly,
Last night.
just kind of. He looks almost shifty.
Aaron's obviously.
It is his first time.
Yeah.
It's his debut as well. He's got the
80s rock
stamp,
phase right now.
and he is sweating a little bit.
Sex
He
on
looks
fire.
kind of close
Just
to you,
blast
but
in that
instead of
song.
looking
Don't know
away
why.
from people, he is eyes
Things are
darting
going on,
from
man.
person to person, almost like he's assessing threats.
Yes, that's a good one.
Fun. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
used
grab
to, like,
these
12-year-old Kayla would play that song and dance around my room, thinking eventually I would be a
How do you
cool,
wrangle us in?
lovely
How
person.
old are you?
13.
And like feeling it, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm gonna intimidate you as my first roll.
and here we are.
Natural 19, 25 total.
Easy. What do you say?
Yeah, he just
Where's my
like
Greek
stands
godfather?
behind you. How tall are you?
4'10".
Why am
Holy
I not
Christ.
gorgeous?
I'm
And
5'6".
everyone loves me.
Yeah.
So just like
I don't know.
literally
I'm
just like
trying to-
leans behind you just enough that like his shoulder
tried to,
brushes
damn
the
it.
back of your
I get
shoulder.
that like hair raised on the back of my neck vibe.
the song.
Yeah. And he's just like, hey, you guys aren't doing anything right now? Yeah?
I jump. Yeah. It's fucking. I am noticeably jump scared.
You want to go watch the adults train and hack each other to bits?
Wait, are they hacking each other to bits, or are we?
Maybe.
Do is there anybody else around? It's just the three of us?
It's just the three of you. Ty seems to have wandered towards the camp that is now unfolding, and you see brother. God, what was his name? One more time for me. Help me out,
Bryce?
me. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Brother Bryce, getting out and starting to set up kind of like a little outdoor classroom.
Yeah.
He's heading that way for a little extra lessons.
I try to meet Aaron's gaze with help me eyes.
Yeah, you look Aaron in the eyes, and he like gives you a once over,
Like a single tear
kind
rolling.
of squints a little bit at you, and then goes back to focusing because he watched like your whole approach, and he seems tense.
How tall is he?
He's coming up on 5 foot.
So he's a lot younger than mine.
He is 15.
Oh, isn't he? You're
Yeah, he's only a year younger, but he is short for his age.
Yeah, my guy just kind of like stares at him, both of them. He's just like, yeah, we don't need to go to lessons yet. Come on, let's go find something interesting.
He doesn't say anything, just kind of shrugs and follows.
I heard there's gonna be like
He gives you a little pat on the back.
adult 1v1s and some kind of bare knuckle brawl with all the serfs. So maybe we can go find something interesting to
We could like roll some dice in the stands. That sounds fun.
we want to gamble.
No, I don't have anything to gamble.
Yeah, if you don't have any money.
I'm
You guys
sorry.
make your way to this field.
Pretty good.
And,
Pretty good idea.
There's a couple general guys going around, some city guard. They're doing some general practice. It's nothing particularly fantastic. The joust has been canceled for this one because there is simply not enough people. As you guys sit in the stands, Aaron does kind of lean over and goes, "You worried?"
Yeah, I'm not very impressive.
What about you?
He's scary. He's got.
I'm not-
probably killed people.
No, I'm not. I'm not
It's like reach out and
close. No. I'm not really worried, I guess, but you know, sooner we get through this and get a few things out around here, sooner we can move up to the big leagues.
Yeah, big leagues. I don't think so.
Yeah, what do you do?
I don't want to talk about it. There's
Gets out his long pipe, stuffs and starts smoking.
there's types of magic that are really rare. Those kids don't stay in the tournament for too long. They get taken away places, or so I've heard. I'm just kind of hoping that maybe they don't notice me.
Yeah, flying low.
I'm hoping so. I'm gonna put on for that sport show, you know, the talent show, and basically just do nothing because my talent won't work that way. And hope that it works.
I thought about lying low, but
Well, it's not a winning strategy. You only get 11, and then you go away if you lie low. But 11's better than 1.
yeah. Thought about it.
You got a rare magic.
I don't really know. I don't know enough about magic to say. But tell you what, anywhere is better than here. Anything's better than nothing.
I don't think that's true. I've heard stories from the front lines. I've heard that the war is terrible.
Life's terrible.
And the camp, if you go through your 11 and you don't get a sponsor, or you don't get an internship, you go to the camp. I've heard most people don't make it out alive.
Yeah, me too. Offers him the hot pipe.
He like really cautiously, it seems like he hasn't done that before. He coughs up a lung.
You can't hold it too long, it's gonna burn.
And then he's like, fuck. Yeah, he has a hard time with that one.
I don't. What is?
Yeah, he shows you how smoking works, and then he just kind of. You guys are. You guys are playable, right?
What is that?
No.
No. I mean, you're just gonna lay low and try to last as long as you can, but not win, not really lose. Just.
They don't know the details about what I can do. If there's a specific essay that goes through and figures out all of our specific types of magic, you won't see me again.
Okay. Then, yeah, keep your head down. I'll do what I can.
Good luck to you. It is not very long after that that an old man joins you on the stands.
I offer my pipe too.
He sits down and he kind of looks over. He sits very close to you kids. And you offer him the pipe?
Yeah, it's scrap iron. You don't want to hold that too long.
He takes it, doesn't seem to bug him. And he takes a good couple of puffs, hands it back. Thank you, child. You note that he does not have a left hand. He has a nub.
How many eyes does he have?
2.
Good. Okay. I have to ask. Sorry.
Do you by chance have 6 fingers on your left hand?
No. 0. Are you excited for the events at hand, children?
No.
Fear not. If you've come to this little place, I'm sure that you're simply setting yourselves up for success. You are all new, I can see.
He like tucks his hand away.
You need not worry, I am not part of the caravan. I am here to watch the festivities and report back some progress.
Report to who?
I currently work for the National Guard. And they may be interested in an intern. Perform well, kids.
Do you think it's for like paperwork or something? I can't read.
You are not very quiet, child.
So the National Guard.
Yes, and unfortunately, as it seems, I'm the only one making a true appearance for the military today. Mostly just locals otherwise. Gladdock is the name.
Son of
Gladdock. National Guard posted where?
Oh, well, they move all around. Currently, we're sitting just outside the gates of Silvershire doing some training. It is one of the easier lives in the military I've had.
Are you gonna make us watch the National Guard too?
No. They're not even here. It's just this guy.
Have a good day. I will bother you no longer. And he gets up and goes to like a different bleacher and sits down and watches the guys. He does not really seem to watch them, more so just kind of staring, almost like he's zoned out. Your kinks are done.
Excellent.
Ding!
So did she go with the individuals or did she go with one full?
She went with one full.
Perfect.
And it's good. It'll get all the kids a good slice. Absolutely.
How many days until the stuff starts?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
is
perfect.
when events start.
Perfect. Yeah, I take the cake.
Okay. You take the cake.
She takes the cake and eat it too.
I cut out one slice
Uh-huh.
and I just toss it out in
Okay.
the street, like as I'm walking back.
Roy looks at you like really confused.
And then I touch the cake a lot.
Yeah. You spread spores upon the cake.
Oh, you fuck.
All right. You do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna use like five
Yeah.
of my charges
Easy.
into this cake.
As you disembark, how are you spending your evening of free time?
I'm just kind of running around. I'm going to watch the events that are going on, get an idea of what the adults are doing because I want to know what to do.
Okay. You go over, you see these guys hanging out on the bleachers, but they seem to be doing cool kid things.
Yeah, I don't really want to. They've got... No, I wouldn't hang out with that. Is Yuri with me or is he off running?
Yuri
like
was 100% followed you.
Cool. All right.
And so you're gonna Yuri wants to go there's a section of the field for you guys to practice.
Okay.
He wants to go and do a little practicing.
Sure. I'll go down there and watch.
Okay.
At least.
Courtney will be there as well.
Okay.
So
Cool,
you guys
Courtney.
see shortly after Gladdick leaves, the three of them show up and begin smacking at some targets. Yuri's just got like this little wooden sword and he's just going at it, having a grand old time. Doesn't seem to be using any magic at all.
Fair
He's
enough.
just having fun with it. What do you do?
I just kind of want to look around and watch everybody. I am not used to being like the front and center of doing things.
Yeah, you're
so
more
I'm
just kind of chilling.
I'm just chilling and watching, looking at people, seeing what they're doing. Very fascinated by the unquenchable amount of energy that is just coming from this other individual that
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of energy, but I've never seen that much energy. So I'm just kind of flabbergasted and watching.
A little ways in.
Do I see Courtney doing anything?
She's kind of like looked over the weapons, the little training things a little bit, and she moves around with a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
But then she puts everything down and actually approaches one of the training dummies, takes a second, and looks at you, and walks over. Hey, kid?
Me?
Yeah. Are you going to be training? Are you going to be hitting a dummy?
Maybe.
All right, well, either do or get out, because you can't just be sitting around here.
Okay. I'm just confused.
We're watching them, right?
Yeah,
Can I roll perception?
absolutely.
Ooh, yes, natural 2. 10 total.
You see the conversation, but
Yeah.
can't necessarily glean what's exactly going on.
I'll get the vibe. Okay.
Yeah. But Courtney straightens her back, turns around, and approaches a training dummy, and when she gets within 10, 15 feet of it, her arm transforms into a tentacle, and she just lashes at it.
Oh, I hate that.
She pulls it back, her other arm turns into a wing, and she just kind of like blows a gust of air, and a whole bunch of dust comes up on it, and she starts using her transmutation powers
She's a fucking chimera.
to train.
Damn it.
Yuri gets super wide-eyed when she does that, and he's like, so are we like allowed? And she's like, yeah, of course, that's what you're supposed to do. And he just like throws the sword to the wind, and he begins to spin. And you've seen Taz the Tasmanian Devil. He makes a little tornado out of himself with his head on top, and he just kind of like spins around the field a little bit, and every now and then just kind of like against the training dummy. He is excited.
Very.
Now I understand why your neighbors stopped.
I'm gonna ask Roy, can you hold the cake? Don't touch the actual cake. Please don't eat it. It's not for you.
What did you put on the cake?
What do you mean?
I saw
It's just fingerprints
that.
all over it.
I saw you
Wah, wah,
touching
wah,
the
wah,
cake,
wah.
and the goop, and you threw away the piece. What's the game?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He like takes a knee and puts a hand on your shoulder, and he goes, look, right, I understand. I do it too. I tell everybody I'm Simple Guard Roy, just doing my business. I'm a trained war mage. Physical augmentation is my specialty. And I cast spells when people aren't looking to enhance myself in battle.
Yeah, honestly, okay. Like, I'm not gonna be the best fighter. I'm not gonna. My talent is not super flashy or show-offy. So I'm gonna have to give myself any advantage I can. These kids are gonna trip balls.
You poisoned the cake.
I mean, it's not poison. They're just gonna hallucinate for a while.
Huh.
I mean, I can poison, but I'm not being that mean right now.
He takes his hand off your shoulder and like wipes it. On his knee a little bit and he goes,
It's not just, it doesn't just happen all the time. I release them when I choose. So you're fine.
be cautious about who you disclose your powers to.
Fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
If you're going to use it like this, don't tell your minders.
Okay.
This is technically forbidden. You are starting the events before the events begin.
No, I wasn't going to give them the cake until the cake started.
Proactive.
You know what I mean. I'll hold the cake for you.
Taking some initiative,
And he gives you a little wink.
Just start skipping.
Well, she actually poisons it.
One of the kids just... he just poisons one side. He just goes, she did.
She's the one you want. I was gonna play video games with it.
The evening passes and you guys are rounded up. There are several large tents split for the boys and girls to go into to bed down for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of you troublemakers, or do you sleep through the night
Depends.
without heavy conversation or
This
anything?
is the most restful sleep I've had because there's not a screaming baby next to me or sharing the same bed as I am in. So I am, unless there is an actual baby screaming in my ear that I don't know about. But no, I am very
No,
excited.
I don't think there is. I think you're good.
Cool. Yep.
Actually, I think all the gals are older than you.
Except for you, you're 13 as well.
Except for you, yeah.
We're both 13.
I
So
dream of Roy.
dream of Roy. I feel nothing.
that,
think of nothing. I just
Inappropriate math teacher dreams.
Except your math teacher's conspiring with you to poison children. I'm gonna roll 50-50 here, and if it's ties, that means I wake up in the middle of the night and I probably do something. I get up to something.
Okay.
Hi. Hey.
Beautiful.
What do you get up to?
All right. Is anyone else in the boys' tent awake?
Do you?
In the middle of the night? No.
in the middle of the night.
Can I leave the tent?
You are not supposed to.
Are there any objects in this tent that are obviously made of metal?
And there's little cups and stuff around.
Can I force a circumstance check with my luck?
Sorry.
Yeah.
See if I wake up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I spend 3 points of luck
Yeah.
to force circumstances.
Go ahead and roll it for me.
I'll just do probably 25% chance. That's the one I want to. 25 high.
No.
No.
Unfortunately, you do not awake.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I take one of those metal cups and I make sure there's nothing left in it, that it's bone dry if I can. And then I just start pulling it apart like cotton candy, and I start not eating it but just chewing it up. So it has it's all broken up and it's a very
Get that gumminess. to
gummy
it.
fucked up texture.
Okay.
And then I just pocket all of it and I go to sleep.
All right.
I let it become solid again and I
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah. You pocket your little billet of iron.
Your gum wad.
Your 2 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
You guys awaken in the morning. It is time to declare one event or events you wish to partake in.
I'm gonna be fighting with my sword in the
1v1?
yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna do the archery.
There are 1v1s, yeah, okay.
You are also taking the 1v1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want another 1v1.
I want to do the archery.
Good shit.
If there's axe throwing, I would also be partaking in that.
You can throw axes at the archery contest.
I
Fantastic.
want to ask a question about the
Wait, can
archery
I-
contest.
Can I use my
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to ask like one of the administrators then.
Just make it.
Hey, so the axe throwing at the archery line.
It doesn't even have a string. It's just a thin.
As long as I
piece
throw
rock,
one of
like
those
stone.
axes,
Just
no matter what happens in the midst of that
It
process,
wouldn't actually work.
does that count? Is that legal?
You can throw whatever you want.
Could do it.
You could.
Okay.
Could do it.
It's more flashy than anything. That's
Cool. Thanks.
It's the first time I get to be independent
all right.
and show my
Yeah, leaves.
Hey,
shit.
and the guard kind of like stops you for a second. Look, man, the point of this is to show off your magical powers,
Yeah.
right? The victory, the exactly what you do, those are all just kind of in the wayside. Show off what you can do, be creative with it, and you won't be here long, right? You'll be good.
And then I have a question for you, Ian. As
Yes.
DM. Would you give me like a bonus to throwing spears for what's supposed to be an axe throwing competition, or would it just be the same?
So if you get an axe and turn it into a spear,
Mhm.
I would take away any kind of range penalty.
Okay.
Spears are thrown longer than axes.
What was like the distance of the targets? Like,
They're, there's like a 20-foot, 30-foot, 50-foot.
I'll think about it. I'm gonna stick to my 1v1s for now.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be the biggest winning strat, but it could be just a thing to do. Nobody wants to show up for the showcase.
No.
Fuck no.
None of us are very flashy, I think.
Physically now, but you just went, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 of us could do things.
And
Pretty
in the
flashy.
morning, Tafa,
Yeah.
I need a perception roll from you, the problem child.
The corny cold.
Pays attention to those kind of things.
23. No, 25.
25, very good. There is a caravan that you hadn't noticed before. It must have been at the very end of the line. It is solid wood, like a reinforced box, and it has claw marks on it.
On the outside.
On the outside, it has a huge metal padlock on the door behind.
Could get through that, but man, I don't want to.
And it seems to just be sitting there. There's every now and then a guard kind of like walks by, but they don't seem to pay any attention to it.
So wait, so you said there are claw marks on the caravan itself.
On the caravan itself, yeah.
Sorry.
And what's in it? Not, you just
It's
like-
locked.
Okay.
It is
it's like a
solid wood.
carriage.
Yeah, there is no, like a prison box.
Oh wow. Okay.
No windows though.
No windows, no bars.
Yeah, solid wood.
Okay, it's a wooden SWAT van.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye out for that. I like that.
Okay. Setting up for the 1v1s, those are kind of the big events at the end of the day. You guys are going to have a majority of the day to kind of hang out on your own. The archery contest comes first. And as a reminder to you guys, exclamation point, thanks to see the donation rewards for my section of the specific stream. Donate to the charity through the charity link, and that will and we will watch those and give you guys the rewards same as our normal streams. Let's raise money for charity. Or you can just donate to charity. We'll shout you out. Speaking of shouting you out for donating to charity, I have to shout out for the $20 already. That was like 2 weeks ago. Lad, thank you. For the archery contest, you two are participating. You guys line up with Aaron,
Hi, Erin.
as well as... yes. As well as Eisen, the kid with the mitts. And as you go up, he is sweating profusely. And he's just looking at you guys nervous, and he just kind of says, they told me I had to do something. I'm in the showcase too, I guess.
How are you gonna? You got?
I can't use my powers right now.
I can take them off.
No. I'll take them off to the
Sorry,
showcase,
sorry.
but like, you really don't want.
Okay. I can hold one half of the bow, pull the string.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. You guys,
That's really nice of you.
you guys line up. There are archery targets set at greater range. There's axe throwing targets. There's throwing knife targets set up at very close range. Just kind of depends on what you wanna shoot at.